Hey Gemini, how's it going? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If this is your first time checking out To the Divines channel, what is up? My name is Amy. If you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Very interesting message to say the least for you guys for January 16th to the 30th. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. So before I get started, just like I'm telling everyone else, I didn't touch my tarot cards for this neck of the race, whatever you want to call it, as I felt the need to really dig into my surrender cards and my wisdom cards. I will go back to using the tarot cards for February, but I just felt like where I was is that there's so much going on right now that I feel like everyone needs to understand what they need to let go in January in order to make February the month that you need. So that's where I'm going with this. So I'm just going to go through the cards. Hopefully it resonates. So let's just dig into this, Gemini. So what I feel is going on for Gemini is that you have a lot of resentment going on. So it says holding on to resentment only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So Gemini, I know that it's hard. I know that I'm a Gemini, so I know that it's been a really rough January for a lot of us. And I feel like what's happening is that we have been having a hard time of letting go of things, whether that's relationships, whether that's people. It's just kind of being in this energy of feeling, sorry guys, I'm just putting on. It's kind of being where someone does us wrong or relationship doesn't work out and we really become really hard on ourselves and we really feel like there's something wrong with us, like there's literally something wrong with us, that we're unworthy, we're unlovable, we're crazy, whatever the case is. I feel like that's what's happening with Gemini, is that when someone hurts us, when someone rejects us, when someone leaves us, we go into this state that there's automatically something wrong with us and that's why no one wants to love us. But I think that's an illusion. That's by far the truth, Geminis. So this resentment that you're holding on to, you need to be able to let it go in order to embrace what Spirit has ahead for you. Spirit's bringing something amazing towards you guys. But I feel like in order to get to that point where you're accepting of that new beginning, of that new pathway, you not only have to forgive those who have hurt you, but you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself for allowing it to happen, for allowing it to, take on. Or I don't even like that. Because, but it is true. I don't know. From my personal experience, I stayed in relationships that were narcissistic and abusive because I felt like I could change the person. And I feel like for Geminis, we just got to a point, a lot of us, where we wanted more for ourselves. We wanted more for our lives. And so the resentments we have held on, and I think this is by far before January. I think this has been going on for months, years, where we hold on to past pain and past hurt because it's comfortable, because that's all we know. And I feel like in order to get to that place that Spirit and the universe want us to be, we need to be able to let go of what has hurt us, forgive, wish them well, and see them on their way, and just close that chapter. That doesn't mean you forget the lesson, but it just means that the resentment that you're holding on to, you're able to let go of that in order to move on to something more positive in your life. So let go resentment in the second half of January, Geminis. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. I love this. And I think that, with everything Gemini has been through in January, no is the best thing you can say. If you aren't 100% and you don't have energy for yourself, you should not be giving energy to anyone else. If you wake up one morning and you say, I really don't have the energy to do this and do that, or I don't have the energy to read for other people, or I don't have the energy to, you are allowed to say no, Gemini. You are allowed to take that time, to take that step back and work on you and put some energy onto you. Because if you don't, you are going to burn yourself out. You have to learn to say, I need my time right now. And if you can't accept that, then we're going to have an issue because I'm important. I'm first. And I think that's so important to understand that, Gemini, is that you cannot, especially if you have kids, you cannot be the mom. I'm just referencing moms. You cannot be the mom that you need to be unless you put yourself first. You are important, and you need to understand that, yes, your house is important, your kids are important, but if you weren't here, all of that other stuff wouldn't be working out. You are the glue that is holding things together. So learn to say no in January. Learn to set some healthy boundaries and learn to take better care of yourself. That's physical, that's emotional, and that's mental. All right. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. This is perfect. And I feel like Geminis are going through a lot of connections. I don't know for you guys, but I feel a lot of connections coming my way. And it just gets to the point that I feel like I meet someone and then I get my hopes up and then my hopes fall down. And then, I go back to square one thinking that, there's some type of cycle or something going on. And I feel like when I'm in with myself, when I'm doing meditation, when I'm clearing chakras, when I'm, in that moment, I feel so safe. I feel so protected. That's kind of what I feel as Gemini is that, you know what? You have to clearly open your heart. You have to clearly, allow those blessings and abundance to come through. But it's like, allow people to come for you. Don't be chasing anyone. And if someone rejects you, remember that's God's protection. But be still. Focus on what you can focus on. Focus on what you can change right now, Gemini, and allow everything else to work itself out. Because you got to surrender to silence. So we have surrender to non-action and surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Yes, Geminis, you need to be with you. I think that's beautiful. You need to be with you right now. That's not to say that love's not going to happen. I do feel like love's coming towards Geminis very strongly. I do feel like it's twin flame, soulmate. I've been feeling that way for a while, but what I feel like is you need to know your boundaries. You need to know what's going on all in here. You need to know what's going on in here. You need to know what's going on emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Just work on you, Gemini. That's the best thing you can do is be there for yourself right now. Learn to say no. Surrender any resentments. Set some healthy boundaries. Yeah. Pretty straightforward. I mean, just go within for the second half of January. All right. So let's read your cards. The first one is Change in the Wind. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. The oracle message. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The only thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as other conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scattered seas, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Woo-hoo! Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. See, I told you something is coming in. The unknown is where the magic lies. Relationships go through periods where patterns seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is coming now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. So whatever storm you're going through, there's a change in the wind coming, Gemini. A message in a bottle. Communication, a sign, Clendon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to the highest good. The oracle message. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when You allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio, or numbers. I've been seeing a lot of numbers. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open for someone might say just the right thing that will give you answers to your query. Today, your message is that Spirit hears you and the reply is favorable. Relationship. You can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. Ooh. There you go. Something's coming in for Geminis. Woo! Told ya. New love is on the horizon. So lots going on, but stay silent. Let it come to you. All right, Gemini, let it come to you. Stay silent. That is what I have for you guys. Hopefully it makes sense. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Till next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you in February.